Welcome back. Today I want to talk about a little game that I often play when I give my seminars. When I send people away on a break, I'd give them a time that I'm going to resume the seminar. And at that designated time, I'd count the number of people that are seated and ready to continue, and I'd write that on the whiteboard. After one or two breaks, people would ask me what I'm writing on the whiteboard. And I'd say, well, at the time that we were supposed to get going again, and there's 12 people that were ready and seated to continue. And the second break, there was 15 people ready and seated to continue. And I'd do that for every break. Well, what's really magical about that really simple exercise is that after a while, the people in the seminar would encourage each other to come back, to be there on time. They wanted to get a perfect score. In fact, I've had people run down the hall while I've been looking at my watch and having them jump and sit down just at the moment that they were designated to be back. Think of the power of feedback. Most people underestimate the power of simple feedback. All I did was write down the number of people that were seated and ready to continue the seminar at the designated time, and they began to manage themselves. I would then roll that into the lesson that I'm teaching now. Don't underestimate the power of feedback. The second game I'd often play in the seminars is what I'd call a chocolate bar game. I'd send someone out of the room and hide a chocolate bar somewhere in the room. Now, when the hero came back in the room, the rest of the audience could only do one thing: boo them when they weren't being successful in finding the chocolate bar. Well, as the hero came back in the room and started walking around the room and got booed, they really wouldn't know what to do. And eventually they would just give up. Or if in fact they found the chocolate bar by hearing fewer boos when they were off, it definitely took them a long time to get there. In the second scenario, I'd send the hero out of the room and hide the chocolate bar. And this time, the audience would cheer as they got closer to finding it. Well, it wouldn't take long for the hero to find the chocolate bar, making their decision based on the volume of the cheers as they made alternate choices. It is really remarkable how fast someone could find a chocolate bar with the only feedback that they were getting being cheers. These two games demonstrate a really powerful concept. One is the power of feedback for people to self-regulate themselves. And two is the power of positive feedback versus negative feedback. Two very simple tools that move people from having to work to wanting to work. And if you want to learn a little bit more, just click on the link below. Thank you.